Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to show you how to use your calculator to figure out how to find mean, median, mode, pretty much anything statistics. So the very first thing we're going to do is set up our calculator to make sure that it's ready to go. So all I did was hit the stat button right there, and then I'm going to go down to this setup editor. So the fifth option, if we hit enter, it brings us back to our main screen. We hit enter again, and then it says done. That is just setting it up our calculator. So now our calculator is ready to go. We should go stat, edit, and edit, and we should see a blank one, L1, L2, L3. This is where your lists go. So if you do have numbers in there, you can go up into any one of these L1, L2, and then hit clear. Make sure that you don't hit delete, clear. Delete will get rid of that whole thing. So let's say I just have a couple of numbers. I go up into L1, I hit clear, hit enter, it clears them off. And so I'm just going to enter in some numbers here, just random numbers. It doesn't matter what they are or what order they're in. One good practice that I always do is when you get done, go back up to the last number that you entered and look right there, and it'll tell you how many numbers are in your list. And that's an easy way to tell if you have at least the right number of numbers. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just go up and enter 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10 into your L1. Okay. And so we have 10 numbers. There they all are. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to tell our calculator what we want to do with it. So we go back into stat. We're going to do some work. So we're going to go over to calculate. And we only have one variable, so we are going to do one var stats. We hit enter. Now, the only other thing we need to do is tell it what list we want it to work with. So if you look right down here, you see L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, all the way up to L6. And we can get this second number 1 brings up L1. And so when we hit enter, we get a whole big mess of stuff. And here's what you need to write down as I'm saying this. So the X with the line, that's just our mean. So the mean of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is just 5.5. This EX is just the sum of all those numbers. So if you were to add up numbers 1 through 10, you would get 55. EX squared is just that number squared, so 55 squared. These next two are the same thing but different. These are our standard deviations. So SX is our standard deviation for sample. And this little, it almost looks like a cursive OX, that's our population standard deviation. And so we're going to be using SX all the time. Remember, that's when we just divide by one less than how many there are. N is just the number of numbers in our list. As we go down, it tells us our minimum, our Q1, our median, our Q3, and our max. Okay, and so that's how we do it. To go back, we go back to stat, edit, and clear these off. And what I would like you to do is now go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all the way up to 20. And I want you to find out all of those things, mean, sum all of those things that they give you and enter them into the answers. Okay,